Welcome back, friends, to a very chilly day on the homestead. Today we are making lumber. We got to make 2x2s, 2x3s, 2x4s, all out of the rough sawn timbers that we made last year on the Lucas sawmill. The lumber yards, local lumber yards, have basically either shut down or they're price gouging to the point where it's just unaffordable. So we'll just go do the workaround and make our own. I think we're going to have everything we need right here and then some. This is some of that beautiful Doug fir that we cut down off my friend's house last year, the White House video. It's been sitting here nice and dry, nice and straight. A lot of 2x material in there, so that's going to make it easy for me. What's left on the cut sheet is I've got all the 2x4s. We're going to need 2x3s, so we have all these 2xs. We can rip that down the table saw. 1x2s, we can get that, and 4x4. And that's right on top here. You know, actually, these guys would be better because those are 12s. These are 8s. I forgot about these guys and some random 2x4s. Yeah, let's go with these here. There's 14, 15. I think we got it, guys. That should be everything. On second thought, I think I will use this 16-foot 4x4. It's got a bit of a dog leg in it. We can cut that out. Looks like it's got 8 feet of reasonably straight. Let's go see what Jack's up to. We're gonna have to get all that firewood stacked here pretty soon. How are your hens doing?
They're doing good. I thought you said my hands for a second, and I'm like, oh, I'm wearing gloves, so I'm okay.
So what are you working on?
I'm trying to get the roof here, but I'm trying to figure out a way to connect it together, so that way it doesn't have gaps in it.
So I could give you some advice. In the tool room, there's a roll of baling wire. You could basically just weave it through there.
Okay. Thank you.
Have any of your chickens showed any interesting personalities?
Not really. You can tell some of them are a little bit braver than others, and some of these guys are pretty dumb because they'll go outside and then they'll wander around for about a half hour and never be able to figure out how to get back in despite the open door in the back.
Go on. We don't trust you yet. We don't know if you're a chicken eater or not. Come here, good girl. Come here. Do you like chick? Come here. You're not in trouble. Come here. You're not in trouble. Oh my goodness, you're so sensitive. Did you get in trouble? Don't be chasing those chickens. No, don't be chasing those chickens. I saw you caught a squirrel the other day and was running around with that in your mouth. Killer. All right, let's get to work. What's what?
What's that?
That, my love, is sawdust, and that is for playing in.
Wow.
Would you like to?
Cute.
Would you like to put your hand in it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. It's really soft. It's really soft.
It's really soft until you get it in your shoes. Those are pretty cute shoes. Are those new?
Yeah.
Are those your favorite shoes?
Who bought them to me?
Well, probably Mama and me.
Wow. So pink.
Say, come on. Who helped me prep? She chopped.
Come on.
She made.
Come on.
She cut the potatoes. Some of them.
Have you been helping with lunch?
Yeah.
What did you make?
I made potato lunch.
Potato lunch?
Yeah.
Well, I love potatoes.
maybe a little meat and garlic bread and apple crisp.
All right.
Yay!
We'll see you in a bit then.
All right. Ready? Let's go, sweet girl.
Well, half of this came off our property and half off of a friend of ours a few miles away here. And I made all of this just on the table saw. 4 hours or so. Okay, so what we have here, everything's 8 foot except for the 1x, and those are for the fascias, and those are around 10. So we have 2x4 8 footers. We have 10 of those. We have 2x2 by 8 foot. We have 4 of those. We have 2x3 by 8 foot. We have 24 of those. 1x2 by 8. We have 1 of those, 2 of those. 2x4 by 8 treated. I don't have any treated, so I have just a regular 2x4. 4x4 by 8 treated. Don't have treated, just a regular 4x4. And then the fascia boards, the 1x's here. So 1x4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1x3s. There are 9 of those. This is the pile of sawdust. It was generated from that. That's a lot of sawdust right there. And this is all the waste here. Some of this I'll be able to repurpose and reuse for things. Most of it's pretty small and little. It'll just be cut up for kindling because it's so dry. Are you guys ready to build a chicken house? All right, this will be phase 1. We'll build the base and the legs. It'll be suspended off the ground so we don't have to worry about critters and varmints. Before I start working, and maybe you're the same, I used to just kind of dig into it, and because I was just so anxious to get going that I couldn't be bothered with any preparation, but that just frustrates me. So now I make sure I have everything. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a dozen 3.5-inch lag screws. Have your drill to pre-drill that stuff, impact wrenches, 3-inch screws, and such. That'll probably be about it. I'm not going to use nails. I much prefer screws. They're less likely to split, and they just, when you change your mind or you mess up, it's a lot easier to fix. So it's hard to beat the old deck screws, but they are expensive. These are the ones I was telling you that they were price gouging on $200 for that bucket of screws. My goodness, that's expensive.
What I did today is I finished up over here and built the last roof section, which is sadly a different piece of wire, but it doesn't really matter because we'll be done with it in like 3 or 4 days.
Just temporary.
Yeah.
How are your birds doing?
Pretty happy. They're just kind of hanging out. I've added some dirt clumps in there and I've been spreading their feed in there.
Oh, that's nice. It gives them a little bit of room. That was a little bit tight in there.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that. So that'll keep those birds from getting them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they look like they're pretty happy.
Yep.
I think they hit the chicken lottery out here.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to be feeding them. Are we supposed to be like spreading lots of food around or what?
I wish I could help. Jack, I don't know anything about chickens.
It's funny, yesterday I was looking up an article on like how cold can chickens deal with, like how warm do they have to be, and it was from 2012, and I'm like, oh, that's old, and I realized that chickens don't really change that much.
Turn it over. Yeah, let's go straight. It's pretty light. I'm trying not to make it too heavy.
Can you pick it up with the tractor?
Hadn't thought about picking up with the tractor.
Well, I mean, that'd be the way to transport it, wouldn't it? It's already up on stilts.
Yeah, I guess we could.
You might need to add some more structure here, though.
I guess that's about as far as I'm going to get on this today. Tomorrow we'll sheet it and start building the walls. I don't think it'll take very long, a couple days or so, but it'd be nice. It's nice to have this up off the ground, that we don't have to worry about wiring or anything, or putting wire under it or critters getting under there. It'll be totally secure. These corners, oh, just one note, if you're building this, make sure you stagger. I didn't mention stagger these legs so they don't run into one another. I went 1.5 inches here and 2.5 from the top down on that one. That way they don't interrupt. But very strong, shouldn't have any problem with that. I'm gonna double sheet the top. We'll put, if I had one piece of 3/4, that would be enough, but I have that 1/2 inch and it's just a little bit spongy in between that 24-inch on center, so I'll double that up, so we'll have a full 1 inch of plywood, and that'll give us a strong base. So I think what we'll do is we'll set it in place tomorrow, level it, put it on the stones, and then we'll just build it out, build the walls and the doors and everything in place. Just got the call. It's lunchtime, best time of the day.
Can I have apple slice? Can I have it?
So Jack, can you slice
Can I
these
have
potatoes and put them all in one pan together?
What is it you want?
Can I have it?
Have what?
Can I have this?
Yes, Mama's slicing right now, but you have to be patient.
So what, Mama?
Could you
Move
please?
these from
How about something to drink while you wait? Would that help?
It's going to take a little while to scrape
Can
off
I
the
have
bottoms. That's why I
this?
need that.
Orange juice? No, not for lunch. What have you made for us today?
We've got some garlic bread over there. I've got some
Is that apple crisp?
apple crisp and pear crisp. I've
Homemade
got some
fries?
potatoes, homemade fries, and some tri-tip, and then
Can I
salad.
have apple
Whoa.
crisp? Can I have apple
And whipped
crisp?
cream.
Looks even better than yet. Whipped cream?
Can I have apple crisp?
You have to eat.
Garlic bread. Here, Jack.
Yeah. No, you have to wait for everybody, not just Mama. You have to wait for every single person here.
Would you like some garlic bread?
Do you think you want more potatoes than that?
Okay. Two? Does anyone need garlic bread?
Mama, can I eat?
Oh man, I was about to get panicky.
Papa,
Yes.
can I have this?
Are you eating before everyone sits down? You should put that on your plate immediately. You need to say the blessing for us. I want you to say it this time. Say it. You want to say it together? You want me to say, okay, next time though. Dear Jesus, thank you for this food. Thank you for the healthy bodies that we have and this beautiful day to do all of this work and get these things done. Let us be kind and patient towards one another, and we ask your blessings upon this family. Amen.
Amen.
What is happening here? What do you want?
She says she can't get out of the box.
Are you stuck in the box? Why are you in the box?
She's trying.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Papa.
You're welcome, my love.